congratulations on the show.
Thank you.
First and foremost, tell me about the lure of 80s New York, because New York has such a lure, but the 80s for so many people feels like the definitive kind of decade for so many reasons.
Well, it's the most photographed decade. I mean, you couldn't have got more photographs of. I mean, we were very lucky in terms of references. Like, I feel like it's the most photographed time period in New York ever. But for me, one, as a child of the 80s, I always wanted to do 80s period drama, and then to do an 80s period drama set in New York, then as a sort of director that, loves the photographs of Bruce Davidson and Martha Cooper, like, it was a creative dream come true for me.
It's one of those shows, watching some of the episodes, where you think it's one thing, then it becomes something else, then it becomes something else, then it becomes something else. For you as a filmmaker, how intriguing is that you get to do so much in just a short space of time?
It was definitely intriguing. It was definitely incredibly hard work, because it was kind of like a show inside a show inside a show inside a show. We had the Good Day Sunshine to create, so that we created that completely from scratch. So we had all that world to build. We built the New York club scene, which was really fun. It's a police show. We built tunnels underground. It's Upper East Side. I mean, so for me, it was really, really creatively rewarding. But it was incredibly hard work. But I really loved it. I really, really loved it.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Were you surprised? I mean, Abby's known for doing a lot of British stuff, and this one obviously is very set in America. Were you surprised that it was her, or was it not surprising that she was able to write?
Know the background for her inspiration, as I'm sure she'll tell you, it was inspired by a trip. She worked as a nanny in New York in the 1980s, and so it's inspired by that trip, and also her father was a theatre director, so she spent a lot of time sort of running behind sets, watching adults be creative as a child, so those two things together were her inspiration, and also it's fun.
Yeah. In terms of Benedict as the lead, I mean, over the years he's become such a chameleon and can do so many things in so many different worlds. He's done the American, he's done the British, and everything else in between. What about him for you makes him so intriguing in this role?
I mean, he's one of the greatest actors of his generation. So that. He's an incredibly versatile voice actor, because Benedict voices Vincent, but also Eric. So we have that, and all the Good Day Sunshine puppets. He's so nuanced in his performance. He can, really explore light and dark, like in a heartbeat, and go from one emotion to another in a really subtle, beautiful way. And we were incredibly lucky to have him.
Yeah. Again, there's so much going on in this show. For
and
you,
he also has so much charisma.
He does.
So much presence, and that's what Vincent needed to have. On the surface, he's this amazing guy that's created this world, this creative world that everyone loves. But back home, he's a terrible dad and a terrible husband, and sort of he had those sort of that magnetism, but also that sort of, and also the emotional fragility that Vincent needed as well.
Yeah, also pulls off those glasses pretty well. Not many people can pull off those glasses.
Yeah, I'm really happy about those glasses.
Were there lots of talks about which particular glasses, or were they always the ones?
No, well, what's great about those glasses is it's really director geeky, but they basically tilt down a little into his cheek, so we didn't have the reflections. And also, I was really keen for him to feel like we haven't seen him before, and feel fresh, and I just didn't want him to feel like how we've seen him in so, it's quite hard to refresh him because he's covered so many wonderful roles, and so we just wanted him to not feel like Benedict Cumberbatch, even though he is Benedict Cumberbatch, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, and there's so much going on in this show. You've got the main story, the Goodnight Sunshine stuff, the AIDS stuff going on in the background as well. How much of that, for you as a filmmaker, is that challenging to kind of make sure that you spend enough time on each one rather than kind of spending time on just one? Is it a difficult balancing act to bring all those things together?
You just have to get your head down and get on with it. So that's really, you just have to work really, really hard. I don't think I went out for 8 months. I just put my head down and worked really, really hard. And I had an incredibly talented production team. Some I've worked with before, some I haven't. I had this amazing production designer called Alex Holmes, who'd flown in from Australia, a really talented New York set dresser, amazing DOP that I've worked with multiple times on actually all the scripted drama that I've done. So it's just an enormous amount of people really pulling together and making something we all really, but the big thing about it, everyone really, really loved it, and everyone really, really wanted to do the best job. So we just go on with it and work really hard.
It always paid off. I will say that much.
you.
Thank you so much
Thanks
for your time.
so much.
Pleasure.
Nice to speak to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys!
Hey,